In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the camera. For this particular tutorial, you don't have to turn in anything. This is a great place to learn about the camera and try stuff before you do your assignment. Now, what you see here is the stage. I set it to 50%. If your stage looks like this, if it's at 100% and it's just filling up the screen, I recommend you zoom out enough to see the entire stage, and it's going to be different on every computer. And you could also, of course, move your timeline down. But with what you have for your blank, just your default, just choose a blank stage. Go ahead and do that. Then now what you want to do is you're going to just create a rectangle so you have something to look at. So we're going to use our rectangle tool over here on the left side. Make sure, of course, that your fill color has some sort of color that's not white. And there's also a stroke color if you want, but I'm not going to do that. And I recommend making your rectangle either tall or wide, not a square, because it's going to be helpful to see certain things about the camera using that. Now, in order to add the camera, you need to go to the timeline layers section, and above that you'll see a camera picture. But if this is not white, if it's grayed out, you need to make some changes. I set this up so anybody that's having problems could fix this issue. So if it's grayed out and you cannot click it, you're going to come up into the right side over here under Properties, upper right, click on Dock right there, far right of these tabs. Then you're going to go down to this button right here. It says More Settings. Click on that. So again, that's Properties, Dock, More Settings. Now in here, you're going to see Use Advanced Layers, going right above the blue button, a little bit over the left, it says Mode. If that's unchecked, in this case it would be unchecked, you're going to click on that and make sure you turn on Advanced Layers and then click OK. So once again, clicking on that this is turn off. Check that. Oh, I'm going to click cancel. So it's turned on. Click OK. Now we have that zoomed in. This actually, because I was playing around with this earlier to make sure that you understood how to use this, I got rid of that camera layer. This is what it should look like at the point that you're going to come down here on the bottom left, find your camera that's in white, right above there. It says Add Camera when you hover over it, and click on that. I'm going to go ahead and reset this. Actually, there's a better way to reset. So yours, let's say it looks like this. Notice that once you add your camera below the stage, you get this slider. And there's two icons to the left of that slider. Take a second to take a look at that. The default one just to the left of the slider is a camera with a magnifying glass. That is your zoom. So I'm going to zoom in. I can zoom in a bit. I can zoom in as much as it allows me. But notice now when I let go, it'll snap right back towards the middle. I want you to go ahead and try that. And you could either unzoom that, or let's say you want to keep zooming in, you keep going that direction. If you get too far in and you're like, oh, I don't even know how to reset it to my original, what you can do is go up into the Properties, and under Camera Settings, you have these icons here, which is like a line, a flat line with a curved arrow to the left. And as you hover over these, it just resets all of those. So this was my zoom reset. There's a rotate reset right next to it. Well, that's for when you come down here below the stage, you see to the left of the default function, which is zoom, there is a little image of a camera with kind of a rotate arrow. Click on that so it's highlighted in white. And then you'll see that I could rotate it. Now it's rotating from a point outside of the actual image, the rectangle here. So we'll discuss dealing with that later, but just notice the rotate. Go ahead and play with it, and then you could always, of course, reset it. You'll also see here that your X and Y, X is left and right, Y is up and down on your stage, and you could reset that to 0. That wasn't that much. So let's go ahead and if I wanted to pan some way, I could click and drag over here on X, or I could click and drag on Y. And of course I could reset those both, put that back to where it is. Go ahead and do that. And then we're going to move on to the second part of understanding the camera.